Welcome back, dear students. In this session I am going to explain about the concept of function. First of all, we have to know the meaning of functions, right? So the definition is a relation f from a set A to a set B is said to be a function if every element of set A has one and only one image in a set B. So a function is also a relation. A relation is said to be a function when every element of a set A has one and only one image of a set B. Okay, first you have to know that if f is a function from a set A to a set B. So in this we call this A, the set A has domain. So A is known as domain and the set B is known as codomain. So it is read as f is a function from a set A to a set B where A is known as domain and this one is known as codomain. So if a function, a relation is said to be function, every element of a set A has one and only one image in a set B. So for that I will take two sets. So this is a set A and this is set B. Okay, the elements of this set A is 1, 2, 3. Okay, similarly the elements of the set B is A, B, C, D. So I write an arrow diagram. One is mapped to A. So the image of one is A. Similarly 2 is mapped to C. The image of 2 is C. And also 3 is mapped to D. This is a relation, right? When if you say that this relation is a function, every element of a set A, that is 1, 2, 3, these are all the elements of this set A, right, has one and only one image in the set B. So ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಇಮೇಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. It does not have more than one image in the set B. Then we say that this is a function from a set A to a set B. Okay, I will consider another example. So similarly I take two sets. Okay, so for example this is M, this is N, this is a set M and this is set N. So the elements of this set M is A, B, C. Okay, similarly the elements of the set N are D, E, F, G. Okay, so A is mapped to D and also A is also mapped to E and B is mapped to F and C is mapped to G. So this is some function G. So G from M to N. This is a function. So what is the definition of a function? Every element of set A, or here we have set M. Every element of set M has one and only one image. So here the image, that is, it is written like this: f of A is equal to what? D, which means the image of A under the function f is equal to what? D. So A is also mapped to E, right? So it is f of, here the function is G, right? So we write G. G of A is also equal to what? E. And also G of B. So B is mapped to F. The image of B under the function G is equal to what? F. And also G of C is equal to what? G. G of C is equal to G, which means the image of C under the function G is equal to the element G. So observe that here the element A are mapped to two different elements of set N. So clearly this is not a function. So function means every element of A, or this is known as domain, right? This is domain, this is codomain. Similarly this A is domain and B is codomain. Every element of domain mapped to one and only one element of codomain. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 is mapped to A. Every element of A ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ codomain ಗೆ. But here A is mapped to D as well as A is also mapped to E. So clearly it has more than one image. So A ಗೆ D ಅನ್ನೋ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಇದೆ, E ಅನ್ನೋ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಇದೆ. So this is not a function. It may be a relation, but this is clearly is not a function. So function means every element of domain or map ಹೀಗೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಸೆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಟೂ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಡ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇನ್ F have the same first element. So this function can also be represented as ordered pair. So since this can be written as f of 1 is equal to a, right? So in ordered pair it can be written as 1 comma a. This is also a relation. This is known as domain, elements of domain. This is elements of codomain. And also here we have 2 comma c. 2 is mapped to c. Image of c is 2. Okay, similarly 3 comma d, right? This is an ordered pair. No two distinct ordered pair in F have the same first element. These are all first element, right? So first elements ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, distinct ordered pair ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ first element ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. first element ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು. No two distinct ordered pair in F have the same first element. first element same ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ನೋಡಿ, here we have 1, here we have 2 and here we have 3. So hence it is a function. But in this one, so ordered pair can be write like this: a comma d is one ordered pair and another one is a comma e and b comma f and the next one is c comma g. Observe that here the first element repeated. A is also mapped to d and also a is mapped to e also. The first element of the ordered pair repeated, hence this is not a function. So function agutto agalla anta check madake there are two ways. A relation is said to be function. Every element of set A has one and only one image in set B is one definition. If the relation is like this, no two distinct ordered pair in F have the same first element. First element to repeat agirbardu, then we say that the given relation is a function. Understand? So the next is, if F is a function from A to B and ordered pair a comma b belongs to F, okay, then f of A is equal to b. If f is a function from A to B, f is a function from a set A to a set B and the ordered pair, some ordered pair a comma b belongs to this function, then it is written as f of A is equal to b, which means the image of A under the function f is equal to what? B, where b is known as image of A, okay, and A is known as pre-image of B under the function f. For example, if x comma y belongs to some function g, okay, then x is known as image and y is known as image of x and x is known as pre-image of y under the function g. Understand? So this is the definition of a function. So next we solve some problems. So the next is, which of the following relations are functions? Which of the following relations are functions? Give reason. Give reasons. Give reason if it is a function. Give reason if it is a function and then determine its domain and range. Determine its domain and range. Okay, so which of the following relations are functions? Give reason if it is a function, determine its domain and range. In that, the first problem is they given the relation, that is 2 comma 1, 5 comma 1, 8 comma 1, 11 comma 1, 14 comma 1, 17 comma 1. So here they given a relation. So we have to set that whether it is a function or not. If it is a function, relation. Okay, so we already know that no two distinct ordered pair will have the same first element, right? So first element this is a relation. If we say that this relation is a function, then ನಾವು function ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರಬಾರದು. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್? 2 5 8 11 14 17. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ therefore it is a function. So if it is a function, we have to determine its domain and range. Okay, it is a function. It is a function. Why? The reason is since every element elements in domain, every elements in domain has a single image. So we already know that this is a function because every elements in domain has a single image. ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ single image ಇದೆ. So first element ಏನು repeat ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, therefore this is a function. So since it is a function, we have to determine domain and range, right? So what is domain? Domain is set of all first element, right? First element of the ordered pair. So what are the domain? 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. This is our domain, right? And we also find that the range. So what is the range? Range means set of all second element of the ordered pair, right? So what are the second elements here? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So it is look like this. So for example, take this A, B. So here we have domain. What are the elements of domain? First elements are the elements of domain. Second elements of this ordered pair are the elements of codomain. So what are the elements of domain? 2, 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17. Here we have only 1. So observe, 2 is mapped to 1. Okay, and here 5 is mapped to 1. 5, 1 means the image of 5 is 1. Similarly, 8 is mapped to 1 and 11 is mapped to 1 and 14 is also mapped to 1 and 17 is also mapped to 1. This is a function. So ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ here we have another one, for example if we have 2 here, 3, you can take 3. So if 2 is mapped to 3, then this is not a function. So avaga we have 2, 1 and also 2, 3 anta barta ittu. So first element enagta ittu, repeat agta ittu. So first element one element to 2 different element ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಬಾರದು. So different elements to one element of codomain ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. So this is a function. Okay, so what is the range here? So all the elements are mapped to 1 only, therefore the range is 1. Understand? So I will give another example. So the next one is 1, 3, 1, 5 and 2, 5. Whether it is this relation is a function or not, we have to find. So observe that here we have 1, here also we have 1. The first element gets repeated. So clearly this is not a function. So first element to repeat agila andre that is known as function, that is called function. Here first element 1, 3 and 1, 5 we have. So this is not a function. So what is the reason? Since 1 has more than 1 image. So 1 ige the element 1 has more than 1 image. So 3 is also image of 1 as well as 5 is also image of 1. Hence this is not a function. Understand? So we move on to the next topic. the next topic is real valued function. So real valued, a function is said to be real valued function. A function is said to be real valued function. It is here the domain and codomain. This is domain, right? This is codomain. The domain and codomain of this function is a real number or it is a subset of real number. So ಒಂದು function real valued function ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಸಬ್ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಸಬ್ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಇಂಟಿಜರ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಅದಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ r to for example natural number n. So this is also a real valued function. Real valued function ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, either real numbers or a subset of real numbers. Then we said that function is a real valued function. Okay. So the next problem is find the domain and range. Find the domain and range of the given real functions. Find the domain and range of the given real functions. So in that first one, f of x is equal to minus mod x. So given that we have to find the domain and range of the given real function. So given that f of x is equal to minus mod x, so this is a real valued function. Okay, so we have to find its domain and range. Okay, so mod x, we already know that mod of minus 3, so negative becomes positive. Mod of minus 3 means 3 plus 3. Similarly mod of minus 5 is equal to plus 5 only. Okay, so we have to find the domain and range, right? So for that, since it is a real valued function, its domain is any real number. So on function ಇದೆ real ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವರೇನೆ given real function ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, real numbers ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, right? So you can take any real number. So first I take 0. It is also a real number. So if you put f of 0 means replace the value of x by 0. So x place ಗೆ 0 ನ replace ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we get, here we have minus mod x means mod 0. So mod 0 is a 0 only. If I take 1 is also a real number, so it becomes f of 1. So minus mod of x means mod of 1. So minus mod 1 means plus 1 only, it becomes minus 1. So if I take 2, so minus of mod 2, so minus, right, as it is, mod 2 means plus 2 only. Also we can take negative numbers also, it is also a real number. If I take x as minus 1, it becomes, here we have minus mod of, I take x as minus 1. So we already know that, write this minus as it is, mod of minus 1 it becomes plus 1 only. So mod of minus is 1, here we have negative sign, I write like this. So if I take minus 2, okay, minus of mod of minus 2, so minus mod minus 2 is plus 2 only, it becomes minus 2. So observe that. So if you take 0, we get 0. So you can draw the map. So it is a function. Okay, so this is domain, it is a set of all real number. You take real numbers means it includes 1, 2, 3 and also 0 and also etc. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 2 and so on, right? Here also it is a set of all real numbers. It also includes 1, 2, 3 etc. 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 etc. So the function is f of x is minus 1. If you take 0, 0 is mapped to 0. So 0 ಇಂದ 0 ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. If you take 1, 1 is mapped to what? Minus 1. The image of 1 is minus 1. So 1 is mapped to minus 1. Okay. If you take 2, 2 is mapped to minus 2. So 2 is mapped to minus 2. If you take minus 1, it is also mapped to minus 1. So minus 1 is also mapped to minus 1. And if you take minus 2, 1. So what is the domain here? Set of all real numbers. What is the range? Range, or we already know that range means set of all second element of the ordered pair, right? If you write like this, so 0, 0, 0 is mapped to 0. So 1 is mapped to minus 1, 2 is mapped to minus 2, minus 1 is mapped to minus 1, and so on, right? So what are the set of all second element? 0, minus 1, minus 2, again minus 1 gets repeated. So it becomes 0 to minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on. So real number means in number line, here we have 0, here we have 1, 2, 3 up to plus infinity. Here left side we have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 up to minus infinity. Range means, so ಯಾವ elements ಗೆ this is our range from 0 to up to minus infinity ತನಕ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. So this is our range. So you write in the interval, we write like this. So the range is 0 to minus infinity. Okay, the range for this function is open interval minus infinity to closed interval 0. Understand? Similarly, we have one more problem. So in that second one, f of x is equal to square root of 9 minus x square. So we have to find, this is also a real function, we have to find the domain and range for this function. Okay, so given that f of x is equal to square root of 9 minus x square, so this function is defined only when 9 minus x square greater than or equal to 0. So real value ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 9 minus x square must be greater than or equal to 0, or it is written as 9 greater than or equal to x square, or x square less than or equal to 9, or x. So square root ikkade barutte, it becomes less than or equal to plus or minus 3. So x is defined only when it lies between, so minus 3 or plus 3. ಈ values ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ನಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಒಳಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ minus 2, 0, plus 1, plus 2. At 4, at minus 4 and at 4 ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ? ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ x as 4 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ 9 minus x square ಇದೆ. If I take x as 4, it becomes 9 minus 4 square. 4 square is 16. It becomes minus 16 minus 9 is what? 7, minus 7. So it is not a real number, it becomes imaginary number. Okay, so this function is defined only between minus 3 to plus 3. Okay, so that is the domain. So therefore domain for this function is minus 3 comma plus 3. So what is the range? So range ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? So what are the possibilities? The possibility ಇರೋದೇ minus 3 to plus 3, right? So you can take any value. What is the least value here? 0. If you put 0, it becomes what? 3. So if you take maximum number ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ? 3 ಇದೆ. So you take 3. So 3 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ x as 3, x minus 3 square is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. Okay. Smaller number ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ maximum ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ? 3 ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Least value ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? So the range is ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 0 to 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So you take 0, 0 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ root 9 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, root 9 is 3. Okay, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೋದು. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ 3 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೋದು. ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಿದೆ? 0, 0 ಪುಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 9 ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. 3 ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 3 ಪುಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 3 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ 9, 9 minus 9 0 ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. So the range lies between 0 to 3. This is the domain and range for this function. Okay, the continuation